Though no dates are known for the settlement of the Barbarian outpost above the Backstorian Falls, it's likely that nomadic barbaric humans travelled the area for a long time before making a permanent settlement. During the early to middle 4th Age, the elves held a foothold in the area, led by their leader Backstorian. During this time, barbaric humans led attacks against each other, as well as the gnomes and the elves. Once the Kingdom of Kandarin was established in the early 5th Age and the nomadic and barbaric humans were put at a disadvantage, they may have built up their settlement to combat the expanding kingdom. The barbarians of the outpost, however, don't appear to have conflict with the humans of Ardoin or Kandarin as a whole. A well-known barbarian, Otto God Blessed, lives atop the waterfall here and offers barbarian training to those skilled enough to learn his ways. The outpost is predominantly the location of two things: the Barbarian Outpost Agility course, used by barbarians to maintain their fitness, and the Barbarian Assault, a combat-based test of skill that keeps them combat ready and in a fighting shape. Here the barbarians fight in waves against the race of Penance, a strange group of creatures, the greatest of which is the Penance Queen. For our quest tasks today, we'll need to complete the Alfred Grimhand's Bar Crawl mini-quest. We'll also need to complete one miscellaneous task today, which is to make a purchase with Rosolo at the base of the Backstorian Falls. With that in store for today, let's begin. We're checking out the Backstorian Falls for the first time today. Starting near a peaceful river, we look around the nearby area. A local named Gerald tells us about his fishing in the stream here. We have fished near here before in East Ardoin. There's a distinctly dressed merchant here too, named Rosolo. He has a great many interesting things for sale, including things we've only seen sold in faraway places. One dagger that he sells is the Dragon Dagger for 60,000 coins. We can't really afford or use that. Some other things take our fancy, but we lack the money. We quickly hop back to the bank in East Ardoin to grab some money, returning and buying a pink Fremenic cloak and a keg of beer. We've heard about a barbarian outpost beyond the falls, and from what we know of barbarians, these should help us fit in a bit. There's a tourist information centre here too, where we can learn a little bit about the falls. Hadley here tells us the legend of the Backstorian Falls, which is named after an elven king. He says that Backstorian's wife, Glariel, was kidnapped and he searched for her but never found her. Hadley says the Backstorian sealed himself in a home under the waterfall. There's also a monument to the Elven Queen Glariel nearby. We should check it out. We take a quick look at the monument and read the plaque upon it before we decide to make our way up the side of the cliff. Overlooking the waterfall, we look around a little more and find a raft. Doesn't look the safest. Perhaps not. Once we find a whirlpool at the end of a pier, however, we can't contain ourselves. We attempt to take a dive and we're washed all the way to the bottom of the falls. Ouch. There are fishing spots here above the waterfall too, as well as a cabin. Checking it out, we learn that the barbarian Otto Godbless lives here. We've heard of him back in Barbarian Village. He offers to teach us barbarian methods of fire making, fishing and herb lore, as well as the smithing techniques we've heard of in the past. We're not really considered good enough though, by his estimates, so we'll need to come back to him another time. Walking down the other side of the nearby hill, we notice a barbarian encampment. The place is guarded and we're not allowed further in their outpost here. Hello, may I enter through here?
Barbarians only. You don't look like a barbarian. Outsider.
Well, the barbarians of the Barbarian Village seemed impressed with me.
Ha. If you're a barbarian, you should be able to drink like one.
Drink like a barbarian? I mean, I've had a few rowdy nights here and there.
I have the perfect challenge. The Alfred Grimhand Bar Crawl. It's a tradition here for the children.
You send the children on a bar crawl?
These are barbarian children, not your typical kids. They are made of stronger stuff.
Okay, so what is this bar crawl?
Take this card. Visit each of the taverns listed here and get them to mark it off once you've been. Oh, and make sure you ask for the Alfred Grimhand special. None of those weak drinks they usually serve.
Got it. So once I complete the bar crawl, you'll let me in and consider me a barbarian?
If you survive, sure. Haha.
Well, we've got our mission. If drinking is respected here, we're going to drink this keg first. That should give us at least a little influence. I sure feel woozy though. 2 of the stops on the way are in Varrock. Now that our heads stop spinning, we feel safe to drink and teleport. With some money, we make our way to the first stop, the Blue Moon Inn. Approaching the bartender, we tell them about our bar crawl and pay 50 coins for the Uncle Humphrey's gut rot. Sounds delicious. 1 down. Next up is the Jolly Boar Inn to the northeast of Varrock. The bartender here gives us the Old Suspicious for 10 coins. Delicious. 2 down. Next up is the Rising Sun in Falador. We run there, feeling a little tipsy but otherwise good to go. They give us the next drink, a cocktail called the Hand of Death, for 70 coins. It causes us to sway before damaging us. 3 down. Next to Port Sharim. At the Rushdie Anchor in Port Sharim, we ask for a drink. They give us a Black Skull Ale for 8 coins. Next, Moorsha Point. Ugh, this boat ride was rough. We get the 8-bite liquor from Zambo for only 7 coins. Watch that. 5 down. Next up is Brimhaven. At the Dead Man's Chest, we get a super grog. Sounds great. Next, no officer, we're safe to teleport. Ardy Dardy McBardy, drinky please. Heartstopper, don't mind if I do. Ouch. Next up, Yanil. Time to get our 12th drinky. Fire brandy, hot. Wait, this is my tune. Dun 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 wee. I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had those pre-drinks. Here's Village Pub, drink, pub in, drink. Something, Liverbane Ale, 1 to go. You ought to visit the gnomes. I love those little guys. Look at this dude. There's my mortal enemy. Get up or down or up or 1 drink. I'll have a drink. Fire-toad blushed? Sure. This is the last one, I can't see the card. I did it. I drink the drunks. I'm a mighty barbarian. Bah! I might have had too many drinks.
Ha! You drink like a true barbarian. You may enter our outpost, traveler.
We've got to stop doing that. I worry for our liver. Now that we can enter the outpost, we have a quick look around. There's a few small eating areas, but nothing special. We can't get into the agility area just yet either. We're still pretty tired from our drinking. Let's hit the hay. Well, we should check out this other building. There's a handy bank which we used earlier, but the place has some odd statues. There are a bunch of barrels, but no beer to get from them. We tried to get beer in the outpost and the barbarians don't like that. We'll keep that in mind for the future. The captain here tells us about the barbarian assault, where they fight strange creatures like those statues for the glory of combat. We're not considered strong enough until we're a barbarian of Relica though. We're told that Relica is north of here. Checking out the rocks, we managed to jump a few before we slip and hurt ourselves. Okay, so maybe not this way. It's been taxing on our body here at the Barbarian Outpost today. While most of the influence we've gained here is from drinking, it seems that the barbarians we need to visit are in Relica to the north. Since we failed to cross the rocks, we're going to make our way around. Heading north of Seer's village, we cross into the Ferminic province and speak with a few people in Relica. They refuse to speak with us, telling us that we need to speak only to their chieftain. Okay. Entering the long hall, we find the chieftain, but it seems the people here are harder to convince. We're turned away for now, but we should come back later. We'll remember this. For now, we looked for other lands. Searching the nearby mountains, we find dwarven statues and an entrance beyond it. Let's check it out. Please join me next time in Keldagrim. If you'd like a chance to voice a character in the series, subscribe and join the Discord. Links in the description below.